Kanye West is speaking out on his longtime collaborator and friend Pusha T betraying him, and fans are now calling Pusha a snake for turning his back on Ye.
And he said, well, it's okay. And I said, it's not okay. It's not okay. This is the whole thing. It's like, we've now seen everything that happens if you speak up on these contracts.
Ever since Kanye dared to call out shady executives in Hollywood, he's been left with virtually no industry friends, and even people who owe their entire careers to Kanye have abandoned him. However, one person we never thought we'd see turn his back on Kanye is Pusha T. Pusha did initially come forward to say he doesn't agree with Kanye's political opinions, but he still praised Ye and said working with him is special.
Working with Ye is like a very special thing for me. We have a lot of the same taste musically.
However, Pusha was recently spotted hanging out with the man who openly threatened to institutionalize Kanye and send him to Zombieland. So fans are now saying this proves Kanye's point that the whole industry is evil and full of snakes. But it's not like Pusha is new to the game and needs publicity. So why is he hanging out with the man who threatened Kanye? And how does Kanye feel about Pusha betraying him?
All of these celebrities out here, don't let them influence you in any way, because they're controlled by the people who really influence the world.
Kanye West may be newly married, but it looks like other than his wife, Bianca, he doesn't have any real friends anymore, at least not in the music industry. Not that long ago, every rapper, singer, and producer was dying to get close to Ye, and now all these people have abandoned him, including his friend of many years, Pusha T. Pusha was recently seen hanging out with Kanye's former personal trainer, who threatened to lock up Kanye in a mental institution, and fans just can't seem to make sense of the fact that Pusha would betray Kanye like this. But before we go into all that, here's some context in case you're wondering why Pusha turning his back on Kanye is such a big deal. See, Kanye and Pusha T go way back, and the creative connection they shared for so many years was something really unique. If you're a fan of both Pusha and Kanye's music, then you know these two bring out the best in each other when they collaborate. Kanye and Pusha's friendship can be traced all the way back to 2005 when the hip-hop duo Clips, consisting of Pusha and his brother No Malice, was featured on Kanye and Mix Boogie's mixtape Second Semester. Clips later went on to remix several of Kanye's iconic tracks, including Flashing Lights and Good Morning, and in 2008, Kanye produced instrumentals for Clips' mixtape series. And in 2009, Pusha started dropping hints he would be signing with Kanye's Good Music as a solo artist. Meanwhile, Pusha started working closely with Kanye on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, widely considered to be Kanye's best album. During the 2010 MTV VMAs, Pusha joined Kanye on stage for the premiere of the song Runaway, and this performance was considered a turning point for Kanye's career, since it helped restore his popularity following his infamous interruption of Taylor Swift's speech at the VMAs the year before. After the 2010 VMAs, Pusha officially confirmed that he had signed with Kanye's Good Music, and he told MTV, "I'm definitely doing my solo project through Good Music. The family is still here, man. It's just all about good music, straight up." In November 2010, Kanye and Pusha had another iconic moment when they stopped by Hot 97 with Funkmaster Flex and freestyled together. Kanye rapped a verse from his track Gorgeous featuring Pusha, which was yet to be released, while Pusha rapped parts of what later became known as Blow and Alone in Vegas.
I'm sitting here with Kanye West, the best rapper in the world.
Great intro.
The same people that try to blackball me forgot about two things: my black balls.
I let you into my look. I let you into my diary to admire me. The making of this man, I let you see the high of me. The self-righteous drug dealer dichotomy. I'm drawn from both sides. I am Siamese.
Following the massive success of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which features some of Pusha's best verses, Pusha went on to release multiple projects through Good Music, including 2 mixtapes, an EP, and 4 highly acclaimed studio albums. And then following the release of Pusha's second studio album, King Push, in 2015, Kanye named Pusha the president of Good Music. Pusha retained this position for 7 years, and during that time, he released 2 more critically acclaimed albums through Kanye's label, Daytona in May 2018 and It's Almost Dry in April 2022. Kanye appeared on both albums, producing all tracks on Daytona and 5 out of 6 tracks on It's Almost Dry. Both albums were praised by music critics, with many pointing out that Kanye and Pusha's chemistry was still intact after almost 2 decades of collaboration. But sadly, December 2022 marked the end of Kanye and Pusha T's era, and the way things stand right now, it's unlikely that we'll ever see these two collaborating again. As you're probably already guessing, Pusha decided to cut ties with Kanye following a string of controversies that started in October 2022 when Kanye tweeted he was going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. Pusha was one of the first to publicly address the controversy, and he told the LA Times in November that he was disappointed by Kanye's comments.
How have you felt kind of watching everything that's happened over the last couple of months and everything that's happened afterwards? I'm sure it's affected you.
Definitely affected me. To describe it, I'd say it's been disappointing, very disappointing. You know, just as a black man in America, there is no room for bigotry or hate speech.
However, at this point, it didn't seem like Pusha was actually going to cut ties with Ye, because in the same interview, Pusha talked about his special relationship with Kanye and praised him for always allowing him to have full creative freedom.
Writing and recording with Ye is like a very special thing for me. Ye has meant freedom to me. You know, a lot of times people would try to get me to, change certain things about my process, change certain things about me lyrically, change certain things about the content, And he never has been like that. He always saw it for what it was. He always saw it for what it was, and always knew how to take it to the next level.
But then just weeks later, Pusha dropped a bombshell when he announced he was stepping down from his role as the president of Good Music and revealed he and Kanye hadn't spoken in a while. However, what's interesting is that Pusha said that Kanye wasn't upset with him when they talked on the phone because he believed Pusha would never betray him, even if they continued to disagree on certain issues. Pusha said, "I was still on tour. I just expressed myself. I expressed myself to him a lot. He expressed his thoughts to me, and he got off the phone saying, 'Thank you. I know you don't agree with me, but you never kill me in public, and some people can't wait to do that.'" But guess what? It sounds like Pusha did just that because he was recently photographed at a dinner party hanging out with none other than Kanye's former personal trainer, Harley Pasternak. Not just that, but Pusha actually made it a point to share this photo on his IG stories and tag Pasternak. Now, for those of you that don't know, Harley Pasternak used to work for Canadian intelligence back before he became a trainer to the stars. And back in November, Kanye shared a text message from Harley on Twitter in which Harley threatened to institutionalize him again and send him back to Zombieland.
Come to find out, he was actually Canadian intelligence, but this is my trainer. So this shows you the kind of handlers that are around the superstars in California, right? So it says, "I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact, and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same."
And now, as you can imagine, the fact that Pusha is friendly with Harley after he threatened Kanye angered Ye's fans, and many of them are struggling to understand why Pusha would do this. See, Pusha did make it clear that he didn't agree with Kanye's political opinions, and that's fine. In fact, Pusha said that this wasn't the first time that he disagreed with Kanye, but that never affected their working together. "I've never had a filter with him. I've always spoken my mind," Pusha said. "People gotta remember, this isn't new for me when it comes to disagreeing with him politically and things like that." However, as many fans are pointing out, disagreeing on politics is one thing, but hanging out with the man who threatened Kanye that he would never see his children again unmedicated is a whole different level of betrayal. I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed in Pusha more than Harley, one fan said on Reddit. This guy snaked Ye after all he did to him. And another fan tweeted, "Pusha T hanging out and posting Harley Pasternak is real goofy. We hate to see it." But it wasn't just fans who called out Pusha. Pusha was also criticized by his label mate Consequence, who slammed Pusha for playing industry games.
I told you all this street shit, right? Pusha T done told you all this street shit, right? All this street shit. And now we doing this industry? Nah.
As for Kanye, he's reportedly still not talking to Pusha. However, several outlets recently reported that Kanye is in a good place despite all his former friends cutting ties with him. In fact, Kanye was recently spotted out and about with his new wife Bianca, looking happier than we've seen him in a while. So maybe losing industry friends was a blessing in disguise for Kanye. But now we want to hear your opinions on Pusha hanging out with Harley Pasternak. Do you think there's a chance Pusha and Kanye will reconcile after this, or should Kanye stay away from Pusha in the future? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to check out this next video.